It is time. It is time to brew your best beer.
The 2016 SJPorr Challenge is dedicated to your friend and ours, Paul Wickstein. Brought to you by Brewcraft USA, iMake, Gladfield Malting, Yakima Valley Hops, The Grain Bill, Brewers Exchange, Keg Kingdom Homebrew Supply, Hiraki Homebrew, and a special thanks to our silver sponsors.
Hey guys, welcome to another SJPorr Challenge review with Rock On Beer Blog. Today we have a Session Pale Ale from 89T62E23D. And let's see here on the label we've got OG of 1043, FG of 1010, IBU 45, and up here on the website we have a note from the brewer that says, "Please excuse the broken bottle seals. Faulty gas line required addition of carbonation drops." So this is bottle conditioned beer. It sounds like he tried to keg bottle this and something went wrong. So it is a hoppy pale ale brewed with UK pale malts, light crystal malt, and biscuit. Hop stand with Eldorado, Amarillo, and Simcoe. Dry hop with the above and Centennial. So it sounds like it's going to be really hoppy. All right, I'm gonna open it, and we're gonna hope that it's carbonated, because I'm not batting 1,000 on these PET bottles. Oh, so there's a definite little hiss there. Ooh, I smell the hops already. Alright. Tiku glass. Pour. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, we're getting some definite carbonation here. So, yeah, oh yeah. There we go. We're gonna go as far up to the top as we can. Set this up. I can already get the hops are already like pervading the room. But let's take a look at how it looks first. Yes, look at that. That is actually pretty clear. What would I call that color? It's like a light dark straw. I'm gonna go with dark straw. I like to come up with new colors to call these things. But it is a very nice little color there. It looks way darker on the camera than it is. I can hold it up to the light a little bit better. But it's definitely a pale ale color. Lots of little bubbles bubbling up here. Little tiny white head up here. But definitely a lot of carbonation coming out of the beer. Looks very nice. It's not hazy, it's very clear. It's just dark, so you can't really see through the glass. Let's yes. Very nice hoppy smell. Oh, my drop box is almost full, in case you were wondering. Yeah, definitely get some Centennial. There's that kind of citrus. Yeah, it's a nice hoppy smell. I'm trying to put words to the actual smells. There's a little citrus, little pine. There's a little bit of a maybe juicier fruit type thing in the background that I would guess is more the Eldorado and Amarillo, but it's definitely much more Simcoe Centennial forward. And we'll see if that maybe changes a little when it warms up. But I'll do my initial smell and taste right now. Very nice hop flavor in the beer. A little more juicy fruit in the beer itself. A lot more Amarillo. that it's that distinct Amarillo kind of fruity flowers is what I always think of it as, kind of like juicy fruit gum, but a little flowery. Definitely a little more juicy this time, because I think El Dorado probably brings that in. But yeah, really nice. Really nice flavor. Tiny bit of malt at the end. Not too much. The hops are very, very dominant. But there's just a tiny bit of biscuit at the end. I'm going to let this warm up. I'm going to start writing some writings up here in the screen you can't see. And then I'll be back for more. Hey, I am back with 89T62E23D, the session pale. It's definitely changed a bit with some warmth. I took that right out of the fridge, so I think the biggest change has been the nose. Much more Amarillo and El Dorado come out on the nose now. It's got that that like tropical, it's got that nice mixture of like fruits, citrus fruits, and kind of more tropical fruits with a little bit of more floweriness to it. It always comes across to me as like bubblegum, just kind of a mix of fruits. It's got a really nice nose. I can pick out definitely the Amarillo and the Centennial in the smell, and it's a really nice mix. This it was a mix of Amarillo, Simcoe, Centennial, and blah, blah, El Dorado. Yeah, so it smells really nice. Still not really getting any like malts off the smell. It's almost entirely hops. The flavor is just really, really nice pale ale. I don't want to say like straight ahead, because that's a I don't know, that sounds kind of dismissive, but it is a very classic type pale ale flavor with a nice amount of hops, not a huge bitterness, but and just a really small hit of malt on the end. Still getting a little bit of biscuit, but the flavor is all kind of Amarillo, and then lots of supportive flavors. Nice, just a really nice hoppy beer. It is very dry with a really light body. The carbonation has kind of died out of it. You can see that it's still got some. It's actually doing some nice lacing, some nice curtains on the glass. But it's got a low carbonation, which doesn't bother me, because that's kind of how I like my beers of this type, my kind of pale ales, IPAs. But it does kind of accentuate the dryness, especially because it's not very bitter. It says IBU 45, which, yeah, but it's a very, very smooth bitterness, very kind of light. It's just a really nice pale ale. I think my overall impressions is that it's it's just a very well crafted pale ale. The yeast profile is completely clean. Doesn't seem to have suffered at all from being bottle re-fermented with. I can see there's a decent amount of yeast on the bottom, but this one's been in my fridge for a couple weeks now, so it's settled. So I poured it real careful, so I don't get any yeast. You can tell how clear it is now. But yeah, just a really balanced pale ale. I'm struggling to find negatives about it. It could do with a touch more body, but that's also really difficult in these kind of beer, in like session strength beers. It's 4.3%, and it tastes like, yeah, it tastes like you know what? It tastes like a commercial beer. It tastes like a commercial session beer. I have had commercial beers that taste just like this, and yeah, it's just really well made. So yeah. Good job. Good job, 89T, 62E, 23D. Really great beer. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. So I don't have any real advice for you, because this is a really good beer. But all right, thanks. I'm gonna finish this up, and I'm gonna finish up the grading. And yeah, I'll see you in the next review. Cheers.